Last week, a customer brought her XT5 to my shop. 3 different shops, $2,400, new O2 sensors, fuel injectors, even a catalytic converter diagnosis. The rough idle kept coming back every morning. I fixed it in 15 minutes with an $8 can of cleaner. Right now, your Cadillac is feeding bad data to its computer because 5 sensors that nobody ever cleans are lying to the ECU. Shops skip straight to expensive parts and charge you $800 to $2,400 for repairs that weren't the problem. The last sensor is responsible for more than half of all misdiagnoses, and I'll show you exactly why shops never check it first. Sensor number 1, the oxygen sensor scam. The O2 sensor is the most replaced component in automotive repair. Shops love it. The part sounds technical, the labor sounds justified, and Cadillac owners almost never question it. Here's what it actually does. Your O2 sensors sit in the exhaust stream before and after the catalytic converter, measuring oxygen levels and sending that data to the ECU in real time. The computer uses those readings to fine-tune fuel delivery continuously. Here's where it becomes a scam. Code P0171 or P0174 appears. System running lean. The technician pulls the code and says oxygen sensor failure. Quote comes back $400 to $600 per sensor. Cadillacs with the 3.6 V6 have 4 of them. Do the math on that estimate. Here's what they're not telling you. A lean code doesn't mean the O2 sensor failed. It means the computer detected a lean condition. That condition has 6 different causes. The O2 sensor is one of them. A dirty MAF sensor causing the computer to underdeliver fuel is another. Shops skip the $0 diagnostic fees and go straight to the $500 part. Every time. The XT5 owner from the opening of this video, the one who spent $2,400 across 3 shops, she showed me the invoices. $840 in O2 sensors that were working perfectly. The lean code was coming from a MAF sensor covered in oil film that nobody touched. I cleaned it in 12 minutes. Code never came back. She cried in my parking lot. Not from the problem, from the relief. Before you authorize any O2 sensor replacement, ask one question. Did you clean the MAF sensor first? Watch how uncomfortable that makes them. Sensor number 2 is the one that actually destroys more transmissions than any actual transmission problem. 90% of shops will quote you $3,000 for a rebuild when the real fix costs $6. Sensor number 2, throttle body and throttle position sensor. Here's how this plays out. Customer comes in with hesitation under light acceleration. The car jerks between gears, sometimes a hard clunk from first to second that feels exactly like a failing transmission. Shop hooks up the scanner, sees erratic throttle data, and immediately starts talking transmission service. $300 just to look at it. Minimum. The throttle position sensor sits directly on the throttle body and monitors exactly how far open the throttle plate is at every moment. You press the accelerator, the TPS tells the ECU how much and how fast, and the computer uses that to calculate fuel, ignition timing, and transmission shift points simultaneously. That last part, transmission shift points, is exactly why this gets misdiagnosed as a transmission problem every single time. On the 3.6 V6 in the ATS, CTS, XT5, and XTS, the PCV system routes oil vapor back through the intake. Over 50 to 60,000 miles, that vapor leaves carbon deposits on the throttle plate and bore. The plate begins to stick. Open, stick, release, stick, and the TPS reads inconsistent position because the throttle plate is actually moving inconsistently. Watch the fuel trim numbers on a live data scan when this is happening. They swing 4 to 6% lean to rich and back, constantly hunting, never settling. The transmission shifts erratically because the shift point data is erratic. It feels exactly like the transmission is failing. It isn't. I had a customer convinced he needed a new transmission. $3,200 quote. He'd been driving it 2 months, getting progressively worse. I cleaned the throttle body and cleared the TPS adaptation values. 25 minutes total. Drove perfectly. That $3,200 transmission was never the problem. A $6 can of throttle body cleaner was the entire fix. Don't let anyone touch your Cadillac's transmission until the throttle body has been cleaned and the TPS adaptation values have been reset. Non-negotiable. The next sensor is one that makes people panic, and panicking in a dealership service bay is the most expensive thing you can do. Sensor number 3, the crankshaft position sensor. The failure pattern is specific and it's the same on every Cadillac I've seen it on. Engine starts fine cold, runs perfectly for 20 minutes, then stalls at a traffic light, won't restart for 30 minutes, then starts again like nothing happened. Heat-related intermittent stall. That's the signature of a failing CKP sensor. Here's what happens at the shop. Engine won't start, owner panics, calls a tow truck to the dealer. Technician sees no crank signal on the scanner and starts talking timing chains, potential engine damage, worst case scenarios. Owner authorizes $2,000 in diagnostics because the car won't start and they're terrified. The actual repair, a crankshaft position sensor, is $40 to $120 for the part and 1 hour of labor. But before you even replace the sensor, check the connector. The CKP connector on most Cadillac applications sits low on the engine block, exposed to road spray, oil mist, and heat cycling every day. The connector pins corrode. Corrosion creates resistance. Resistance creates intermittent signal loss. Clean the connector with electrical contact cleaner. Apply dielectric grease, reconnect. $3. Sometimes that's the entire fix. A customer had his Escalade towed to 3 different shops over 4 months. Intermittent no start, always heat related. First shop replaced the fuel pump, $620. Problem came back. Second shop replaced the ignition module, $480. Problem came back. Third shop wanted $400 just to look at the timing chain. He called me instead. I cleaned the CKP connector. $1,100 in previous repairs had fixed nothing because nobody checked the $3 connector. That was 18 months ago. 0 issues since. When your Cadillac pulls a dramatic no start or a heat-related stall, check the CKP connector first. Always. Sensor number 4 is the one that makes Cadillac owners think they need a $2,500 cam phaser job, when the real problem is a $50 sensor that nobody tests correctly. Sensor number 4, the camshaft position sensor. Every modern Cadillac 3.6 V6, ATS, CTS, XT5, XTS, and CT6 use variable valve timing managed by camshaft position sensors that constantly report cam angle data to the ECU. When a cam sensor starts degrading, that data becomes inconsistent. The symptom: rough running for the first 30 to 45 seconds after a cold start, then it smooths out. Sometimes a P0010 or a P0013 code. Sometimes a misfire code that only shows up cold. Shops see those codes and immediately jump to cam phasers or VVT solenoids. Cam phaser replacement on the 3.6 runs $1,500 to $2,500. Solenoids are $400 to $800. Both are expensive repairs that happen before anyone properly tests the $50 sensor. The correct test: live data scan tool during a cold start, watching the cam to crank correlation. A failing cam sensor shows signal lag or dropout in the cam angle data relative to the crank signal. You can see it directly on the screen. That's a sensor failure, not a phaser failure. The sensor is $50 to $80. If the sensor tests clean and the correlation is still off at full operating temperature, then the phaser and solenoid conversation begins. Sensor first, actuator second. Most shops reverse that order because the actuator is where the real money is. I had a CT5 owner come in with a dealer quote for both cam phasers, $2,200. Cold start rough, P0010, everything pointing at the actuator. I connected the scan tool and watched the cam to crank correlation during the first 30 seconds of a cold start. The cam signal was dropping out twice per second. Classic cam sensor degradation. Replaced the sensor for $65. Cold start smooth the next morning. He showed me the $2,200 estimate. That's what makes me angry about this industry. They can see exactly what I'm seeing on that screen. They just don't tell you. Now the last one. I've been building towards this the entire video because this is the sensor that explains everything. The XT5 owner's $2,400 nightmare. Every rough idle that keeps coming back after expensive repairs. Every Cadillac owner who left a shop poorer and with the same problem. Sensor number 5, the MAF sensor. The one nobody checks first. The one that was causing every single one of that customer's problems from the opening of this video. Here's what genuinely makes me furious about this. Shops know how to clean a MAF sensor. They know it takes 15 minutes. They know it costs $8, and there is almost no profit in an $8 cleaning service. So instead, they pull the codes, see a lean condition or a rough idle, and they hand you the menu. Upstream O2 sensors, fuel injectors, intake manifold inspection, catalytic converter efficiency test. The estimate comes back $1,400, sometimes $2,400. Customer authorizes it because they trust the expertise. They have no idea that the sensor sending the bad data is sitting right there in the intake tube, dirty, and nobody touched it. Here's how the MAF creates that entire menu of expensive codes. The mass airflow sensor sits between your air filter and throttle body and measures exactly how much air enters the engine. The ECU uses that number to calculate fuel delivery. Correct air reading, correct fuel, engine runs clean. Wrong reading, everything breaks down. Over 30 to 50,000 miles on any Cadillac with the 3.6 or the 6.2, a film builds up on the sensing elements. Oil vapor from the PCV system, dust that slips past the filter, carbon working back through the intake. The elements are thinner than a human hair. You cannot see the contamination. No warning light, no sudden failure, just slow degradation, turning accurate readings into garbage data that triggers every code in the book. New O2 sensors go in. Idle improves slightly because fresh sensors help the computer compensate better for the still dirty MAF data. Customer leaves satisfied. 3 months later, same codes, same symptoms, more diagnosis fees, more parts. The cycle repeats until someone cleans the MAF and the whole thing disappears in 15 minutes. I've watched shops take $2,400 from people for a problem that costs $8 to fix every single week. Stop this video right now if you have rough idle, hesitation, poor fuel economy, or check engine lights that keep coming back after repairs. Clean the MAF sensor yourself this weekend before you spend another $1. Here's exactly how. Buy MAF sensor cleaner specifically. $8 at any auto parts store. Not carb cleaner, not brake cleaner, not throttle body cleaner. Those leave residue that destroys the sensing element. MAF cleaner only. Turn off the engine, disconnect the electrical connector by pressing the release tab. Don't pull the wires. Remove the 2 or 3 small Torx screws holding it in, usually T20 or T25. Slide the sensor out carefully. Handle it like glass. Take it outside, spray it with the sensing element facing down, and spray 3 short 2-second bursts directly on the element. Let it evaporate 30 seconds between each burst. Never touch the element with anything. No swabs, no brushes, spray only. Let it dry 5 minutes minimum. Reinstall, reconnect, then disconnect the battery negative terminal for 10 minutes to clear the old fuel trim adaptations. Reconnect, start the engine, let it idle 2 minutes without touching the throttle. That's it. That's the $2,400 repair. 15 minutes and $8. 5 sensors, all of them misdiagnosed on Cadillacs every single day. All of them fixable before you hand anyone $1. Clean the throttle body before anyone mentions the transmission. Check the CKP connector before the shop talks timing chains. Test the cam sensor on live data before anyone quotes you cam phasers. And clean that MAF sensor before you authorize anything on a rough idle.